We are recording.
Alright. Tom, where were we? Where'd we leave off?
Flying towards a group of ships.
And what were you doing at the time?
Giant kegger.
No, the giant kegger's over.
Oh, I know. After having a giant kegger. I piloted... I changed the navigation coordinates so we can get in close. After checking them for signs of life and blah 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 blah. And all turning out to be
Negative. Itchy, what were you doing?
I was in the armory. I got my Vox, and then days passed, and I was on the bridge shooting the ship with Gallus.
Cypher.
I was up on the bridge, checking things out, teaching Edir how to use the Vox, and looking at his skull. After removing debris from the prow or whatever.
You were assisting the repair teams?
Yep.
Momiji, what were you doing in hydroponics?
Pretty much just there, looking at the plants.
poison in my food, bro.
You spent 3 days looking at wheat?
Well, I've been growing some stuff there too, you know, some wheat.
Uh-huh. You didn't realize agriculture was one of your fortes.
Still looks like an ovary.
It's more of a hobby.
Just think of it as an eye.
I can't.
Just red eyes.
Oh. So it was a dud sperm that got through? Alright.
What about you, Draken? What have you been doing in the last several days?
Well, I stuck around medical until I was satisfied that the navigator wasn't going to die, and turns out I don't think he's going to die. So there's that. And I was planning on taking a trip somewhere else in the ship after I knew that.
So, where else were you gonna go?
To the upper flight deck.
Okay, we gotta go back.
Does Itchy have to roll on the happy table yet?
He does, actually. You gotta roll your power for the session. Let's see.
What did you get that makes you like a walking, bug zapping thing that you are?
Well, that was happening because he was attempting to use his powers while he was in the warp, and I was forcing him to roll on the actual happy table.
So wait, what did I get?
You got a 6, which is food and drink instantly go bad in a 10-meter radius.
Good thing I don't need to eat anything for a while.
No dinner for you.
Well, I'll just eat spoiled and rotten food then, I don't care.
You're already jumping up to join Nurgle, huh? So you were on the way to the upper flight decks, Draken?
Yes. I suppose I remember the way there from earlier in this.
I would hope so. At this point, you've spent enough time wandering aimlessly around this ship
Yeah.
Man, I was crew on the ship, and I don't even know where I'm going half the time.
I'm gonna look around and see if I can find any ships that are here that would be good for either flying one ship to another ship and docking with it, or breaching the hull if it needs to get inside, and being able to enter a planetoid's orbit and land.
Roll me some scrutiny. You never cease to amaze me, Jocken.
It's these dice, I'm telling you. There's something off about these dice.
And this is why you don't go to Tom's Casino.
RNG.
Well, you spend a good long while pondering whether or not the ship in front of you could actually do any of those things you suggested, and you finally decide that it's probably not going to fly again, seeing as how you guys crashed into a ship with it about a month ago. You probably just cannibalize it for parts.
You mean the people I told to repair this never got around to doing it? Son of a bitch.
A lot of them are dead.
You
Yeah,
guys
I was
kind
gonna
of killed a lot of them.
Badly.
No
Repair the
excuse.
ship. No mutiny.
No excuses.
Bring me their corpses.
You burned them all.
Bring me their ashes.
We were ejected into space.
We need
Turn
to go
us
back.
around.
We need to go back.
Okay, roll me some navigation, Tom. Let's go back through that asteroid field and jump back
Hey.
into the warp.
If you wouldn't let me go back and get the dorsal lance battery, then no, you can't go have their ashes.
Fine. Okay.
There are various other craft in the hangar. You just can't quite glean what their purpose is. They're not familiar to you.
Oh, right. I can actually... I still don't remember the thing that I forgot.
Yeah, that's gone.
Okay. So,
So until you try to actually, do something with it, you can't. You don't realize that you forgot the codes.
alright. I'm gonna assume that I tried Actually, no, I have to try to find a VOC thing here in the first place. Right?
Yep. Right next to the interior doors that lead from the hangar into the rest of the ship, there's a panel on the wall that is wired into the ship's VoxNet.
Alright. That's when I try to contact the bridge and then I realize I don't remember the code.
Correct.
So I'm going to Vox Solvite instead. Solvite.
Aye.
What's the code for the interior of the ship's Vox channel?
You don't remember?
No, it seems to have slipped my mind.
Oh, I get to prove how smart I am. Yes. I'm gonna tell him the codes then, so he can do that now.
You certainly are something.
You did a good job remembering those numbers. Alright. That's a little J. Okay, I'm going to contact Mr. Gallus, who's at the helm, I assume, on the bridge, with the Vox. And then he doesn't respond. Okay.
He passed out.
And then I hit the wrong button. Even better. I assume he's passed out.
Yes. I'm here. You were boxing me?
Yeah.
What were you saying? Sorry. Stoned completely.
You want to take a walk down to the upper flight deck next to the void shield generator?
Yeah, Pat, the ship's gonna get between the ships as close as it can, right, by itself? Because I navigated.
Yep.
Alright, cool. Sweet. Yep, coming on down.
Alright, well, you're walking that way.
Oh, I'm also
What are
gonna
you?
box, Jenkins.
Okay.
Jenkins. If you got some time, meet me in the blah blah flight deck. Oh, come on, Jenkins. You'll be used to this eventually. So, up and at 'em.
Get used to being drunk and hammered. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You're my boy, Blue. Boy, goddamn pants on, goddamn flight deck.
Now, you know you can't let him and Husna work together, right?
Okay, cool. Done. Alright, so let me know when I get there, Pat.
It's gonna take you a little while.
Alright,
What are you gonna do there, Ishi?
That's a good question.
That's my job, is to keep you engaged.
Hmm.
You could go join the priest for a
No.
bout of running your ball sack across the wheat in the hydroponics bay. That's what he's been doing for 3 fucking days.
I think I'd be good because if I went in there, all the food would die, and I don't think everybody would like
That
that.
would be hilarious.
Damn it.
But
I'm probably just gonna head to the bridge.
hold on, is he aware in character of what it is that he rolls?
Yes.
Okay.
I got really bad gas today. I'm sorry.
He saw through my dastardly attempt to fuck you guys over a little bit.
I got nothing.
It was a stalwart effort, though, Aegis.
I tried.
Yeah, I can't really think of anything interesting.
Just
Yeah.
to sit in the corner and talk to your skull that you haven't given a name yet.
It has a name.
I'm gonna notice him just sitting there. I'm gonna say, hey, Mr. Bug Zapper man there. Where'd you get the skull?
This skull?
Yeah, that skull.
We're. Yeah, I don't know. Space cats ate someone's face, and I took it.
Yeah, fair enough. Seem pretty attached
Space
to it.
cats.
Yes, that's what we're going with.
Void cats. You have a name for that little pet there for you?
Yep.
What you call it?
No.
No, seriously. What do you call it? Yeah, makes sense. Not a bad name. I approve.
Cerebellum, huh?
Cerebellum.
I approve.
Sorry. I can't handle it. Alright. He's a little cold. He needs a styling hat though.
We'll find him one eventually.
Alright, Tom, assuming that you've made it.
Yep.
To your destination.
Alright, I'm gonna walk up to Mink and show you.
Jenkins is there too.
Done, bro?
Either of you know if any of the ships in here would be able to board any of those ships that are orbiting that planet?
I should instantly.
You should be able to point them out, Tom.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I didn't know if I had to roll for it. I figured it was just common knowledge for me. Yeah, of course.
You served in the guard. You could, count them in your sleep.
Could you just give me the names of them real quick? And for the flight decks, they're just like it's just like a force field, right? Keeping the atmosphere in.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that right there is the lander. So the Aquila, yeah, the Aquila class lander. This will take us over, and this will let you land on the surface. Big old nice eagle thing right there. Obviously those are blah 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 fighter craft to protect the ship during things, and lightning stuff, thunderbolts and all that sort. So if you really want to get over there, we'll just this fly over, and our boy Jenkins right here, we'll slap him on the back. Give me a second. Is a grade A pilot. So he is going to fly us over.
I see what you did there.
Because he had the most fun out of all of us last night. He needs to get a little work done.
Did the scans you do on any of the ships out there report anything like interesting? Something that we might want to fly out and investigate?
No, not really. Just your basics. Everything seems dead and empty. So the best thing we can do is go investigate.
Alright, how far away are we from rendezvousing with them in this ship?
We got
Still several hours. You've probably got another 20 minutes or so before you get into comm range.
So Jenkins, if you could. Sorry, go on, Mike. Go on.
Is there any way we could be able to access anything remotely from those ships from a distance?
Yeah, anything's possible with our grade A tech priest.
Okay, so
But,
we could probably have him...
You know, it all depends on how much incense he wants to burn and how much oil he wants to spray all over the place. Obviously, yesterday was not a good example for him.
Well, once we're close enough for him to do what he has to do, we could probably see if we could get any records on those ships, markings as we get closer, figure out what they are, who they belong to. Find anything interesting.
Well, I mean, it all depends if Spontaneous can jump the power or get the power working from all the way over here. So, you remember, sorry, it was a long night as well, that the ships are all without power, and that's why it's going to be so easy to get into the ship, because these giant force fields, they aren't there. We're just going to be able to land right in. So we're going to obviously have to bring Spontaneous along and see if we can get these ships booting up.
Right.
See what happened to them all. Because let me tell you, as long as it's anything but Dark Eldar, good. If it's Dark Eldar though, I'm out. I'm gone. Just going back to the ship and going away very fast.
Alright, is it possible that it could be like a trap? Those ships are set on some sort of like they look like they're completely derelict, and as you get close, an automated defense will activate them and have them shoot at us?
I've never heard of Imperial anybody in my time, and continuing my time right now, of doing that. So you probably got about 75-25, but anything is possible. It's the chance we're gonna have to take.
Are we already in weapons range of them, if that was the case?
Well, you know, our main offensive weapon.
No, I mean, are we in their range? Do we know what kind of ordnance they might have?
Pat, you rattled off yesterday. I didn't see the list of what ships there are, so I assume we are. Right?
If they had hostile intentions, they could have blown you out of the space
Okay, cool. I just want to
and
make sure.
scattered you guys to the four corners
So
of the cosmos.
basically, that's Jenkins basically saying that. Then there you go.
Alright, while we're still on, seeing once we get into range, the Suetonius can try to figure out if he can access anything at all. Could you rig up one of these ships to like autopilot fly out ahead of us and scout around, just fly around those ships and then report back? Just, make sure there aren't any like, booby traps or anything just floating nearby, mines, maybe debris that we could crash into.
Yeah, sure.
Alright.
I can try something out.
Nothing that we're gonna miss, obviously, if it gets destroyed.
However, Jenkins, my good man, if you'd be so kind and to get two of the cool landers ready. I mean, we should only need one, but if shit goes down in there, because anything could happen, I want another one ready just in case to bring some guys over to help us out. Thank you, Jenkins.
In the meantime, I guess we could head back up to be there in person when Suetonius does his thing he has to do.
We got a little bit. I gotta go talk to Clemens to see what I can get out of the guys as some backup just in case. I just gotta get them all kitted out and ready.
Do you want me to accompany you?
Hey, you do whatever the hell you want, Mig.
I make my way back to the bridge.
Alright, so we're gonna go walk. I'm gonna Vox, you can give him some time now. I'm gonna Vox Clemens, Ellen to bring, how many people does an Aquila lander hold? 10?
Yeah, 10 is pretty cramped.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell Clemens to bring himself and 5 guys up to the armory and meet us outside. And go to somebody else now.
Yeah, you need to remember you're gonna have 2 Marines on board, or at least 1.
Well, that's why I'm getting out 2. I'm having Jenkins make 2 ready, so these guys are reinforcements in case we need it. I guess I'll just move right there. Wait for.
Make sure that your friend Clemens stab us in the back if we leave the ship.
Yeah, I mean, if he could fly this junk that it's in its current state, then yes, he deserves it right now. I mean, as you can see, I have quite a bit of trouble flying this piece of shit. So
And it's now been severely damaged.
So I mean, if Clemens can all of a sudden pull void power out of his ass, I'm sorry, just whatever they call it, like a capital ship pilot or whatever the hell they call this thing.
Operate void ship.
Operate void ship. Then, damn fine there, son. Damn fine job. So I'm gonna hope for the best here, Mink. Because there's 5 of us. 6 of us? 6 of us. And quite a large amount of them. Yeah.
Okay, so we're just gonna stick around here and wait till they show up.
Mm-hmm. So we can get them out.
What's everybody else doing?
I made my way back to the bridge.
Soulite. Itchy.
I will box Mink and Gallus because he has a box too, right? Pretty sure he does.
You
Yeah,
would.
I'm just gonna ask what's going on. What's the plan? Do we have one yet?
Yeah, we got a plan. It's a great plan.
Okay. And then I'm gonna pretend he's gonna tell me the plan and stuff, so I know what's going on.
Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
That
Blah,
sounds
blah.
great.
And I will let Suetonius know and Minoxen and Tor and everybody. So that's what the plan's gonna be. So far.
All right.
Alright guys, so now
This
we got
seems like a brilliant plan.
hell yeah. Well fucker.
Wow. How dare you think that?
Hey, you got
I'm not even
really-
talking to you. Stop
You
it.
got 2 real clean eye holes right now.
Show you what I can do with those real clean eye holes.
It's funny because he's never said that to me yet.
Nah, you're just
That's because you're a eunuch.
I'm just crunk.
there you go. Yeah, Kronk. Kronk, who decides to build skull thrones that I destroy. I'm not having that shit on my ship.
So yeah, that's about all I'm gonna do. Just trying to figure out what's going on.
All right.
Ed, what are you gonna be doing?
You know, I don't know.
You gonna go to a private room and pleasure yourself?
Well, I got this skull with a nice clean. Hmm.
Because I mean, honestly, after kitting out the group, I'm done until we stop and get ready to go. So I mean, we can time skip after all that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I'm just pretty much ready to
Okay.
go.
So, Pat, are you okay with that?
Yeah, sorry, I was typing.
No problem. So basically, getting out Clemens, getting out its guys, explaining the basics that haven't already been explained to them. I'll have Jenkins punch the autopilot code into the second Quill Lander, so it'll just do it all himself. They just push a button. I'll point at the button. Saying, don't push this button. And then obviously, I'll have them just wait around. The ship will be stationary till we get back. Blah, 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 blah. And yeah.
Awesome.
So, oh, I gotta put somebody in charge. That's right. Yeah, well, because we all might be gone. Clemens, you're in charge of the ship. Hansa, sorry. Clemens, you're in charge of the crew. Hansa, you're in charge of the ship. Things go crazy. Oh.
Alright, so we're in the armory talking to Clemens Jenkins. Is that what's happening right now?
Jake is still in the ship bay. I'm just explaining what's going to happen. If you want to say anything to Clemens, though, because right now where I'm currently, if we're back then, I'm just kitting them out, giving them the stuff they need: las rifle, basic outfit, the armor, the flak jackets, the helmets, blah 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 blah. So if you want to say anything to them, be my guest. Why you rolling, bro?
Because he's being that guy.
And they're Space Marines. So untrustworthy for some reason. They can't even trust the damn guy that flew him through a damn asteroid field.
What do you mean so
Hang on.
untrustworthy?
1 second. Because there is... Okay, the bonus is only if you don't share the same language. So, he needs to roll a 1.
Ooh!
Ooh, pretty close.
Oh.
How many degrees of success do you have, Draken? I'm assuming it's more than 3.
It's gonna be like staring at you with a questioning glance.
It's more than 4 degrees of success, actually.
You succeed.
Did you just kill Clemens?
Am I?
I know what he's doing.
Am I noticing anything? I'm just.
Nope.
I have no idea what the hell's going on right now.
Nope. For all you know, they're just sort of staring at each other.
Oh, look at the two lovebirds. Fucking adorable. Write yourself a postcard in case you never come back again, Mink. Fucking ridiculous. Go back to explain to the other 4 or the other 5.
Well,
Alright, guys.
letting-
So glad all you guys got all misty-eyed towards each other. Anyway, you guys are all good. So why don't we go back to the cargo bay? Because I believe we're at the spot we need to be. And yeah, gonna walk to the flight deck. Sorry, gonna walk to the flight deck.
Okay.
I'm following along.
Alright, I'm gonna vox everybody else. Hey guys, come on down to the flight deck. We're all ready to go.
Yeah, but we're...
What? What?
We didn't do the other thing yet.
Do you want to tell him? You could still tell him.
Oh, you're eloping. How cute.
I noticed the Space Marine sigh in the off corner. Oh, and that's right. Or you have a panic attack, Mink. Aeneas, can you do a really good scan on the ships around us? And see if you can get any information out of them? Or if anything else is odd or life forms or...
Any power sources, anything that he can activate remotely or stuff like that.
Yeah, what exactly what he said. Just...
Also, Gallus, I don't think we launched a decoy ship, did we?
Nope. Not yet. Kind of want to get everybody all set and ready to go. The decoy ships are ready to go. So... And,
And he's rattling off an absurdly long string of numbers.
awesome. Okay, let me see if I can... Alright.
Well,
I'm going...
How many
What?
ships were there again, Gallus?
Quite a few. We have plenty.
Okay.
So I'm gonna
Which
go
one-
to the Thunderbolt that I set up, or I had Jacob set up, and I am going to go. Let's see if now, Pat, can you just fly out of this and fly in this if you have a certain tag?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Let's see if I can get the ball rolling. I can. The Thunderbolt is on its way towards the ships.
So you guys, what, like rigged a servitor
Yeah.
to fly it?
Mhm. So it is off towards the ship. Fly around a little bit, and to come on back.
Well, since Tonius didn't find anything special about any of them, I guess you get to pick which one you think we should investigate.
What two are we between, Pat? Or are we on the edge of them?
It's time for famous drawings again.
Yes, sir.
Did we figure out the class or anything of these ships?
I'm
You
sure
didn't
Gallus
really-
knows.
Well, you didn't really scan to look at what the fleet was composed of, or even really how many there were. You guys were just looking for general information.
Class of ship wouldn't be general information.
Nope, not specialized. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Can I ask
Okay,
Suetonius?
if you guys are here, Tom.
Yep.
We've got the. That's not right.
That little purple line you made? Yep, the little
Well,
purple line.
that little dot is your ship.
Okay.
This is the moon that's orbiting the second planetoid in the system. Or what would be the second planetoid. There isn't really anything remaining of the first one. It's been eaten by the sun.
Okay.
And they're kind of, like this. And you can't see them all directly. They seem to be in orbit.
Nice.
Suetonius, do you detect any ships that are larger than the one we're in, orbiting that moon?
Here, turreted. The entire ship's alive.
This is where we find out the moon is a necromorph.
Terrifying.
Oh my god. It's a Biotitan.
Wouldn't
Wait.
that be grimdark? The moon is a Tyranid organism.
Wait. Was that the twist of Dead Space? Was the thing that they were trying to mine was a giant necromorph?
Yes.
That was
Wow.
the third game. There's an entire moon that's literally just a giant necromorph.
And you have to fight it.
Interesting. Seems kind of ridiculous. I know he said there's like no life signs or anything like that, but I still want to know what kind of ship I'm getting on, if we can figure it out. Okay, Imperial construction. So I'm not worried about it then.
So is the ship
Okay.
close to us on your drawing, Pat? The smallest one?
That was just a general.
Oh, okay. I was just curious.
You, from the direction you guys are coming, you can't really see everything. You're relying on the sensors to tell you there's stuff there because they're behind the moon.
Okay. That's fine.
Should we board one of the bigger ships?
So, as an aside, what is Suetonius? Is he a servitor or is he a tech
It's
priest?
tech priest.
So much to reprogram.
Hence why I have to type all of his ridiculous talking.
So did Gallus Vox us all and get us all down to the flight deck, or half was
I
still on the
really
bridge?
hope so. Hey man, can we get this show on the road anytime soon? I mean, I understand you want to make sure this entire place has been ready, but the longer we just hover here, nothing shooting at our drone. He's already on his way back. For that, I'm gonna climb in, have with a few grenades and satchel charges. Oh, sorry, I didn't grab those. I wanted to, forgot about it. Don't worry about it. For that, would I found any grenades in the
Private message.
armory pad?
I don't know, Tom, did you?
I'll see right now. During the months of travel, did I find any?
What was your scrutiny?
Right now, yes, yeah. Oh! No, I did not. Ah.
They must have used them all, killing 15,000 people.
I know. I would've if I passed the damn, and if I actually have scrutiny research. I don't.
Well, that's a problem.
So, I'm just gonna get on the damn ship and
Okay,
just
hold
relax.
on. Alright, Gallus, so you were in a few operations when you were in the guard, where you were on Navy ships, fleets, and stuff like that, and you're deployed to planets?
Yep.
Okay. I have a little bit of background knowledge of how the Imperial Navy works, so let's try and figure out
Yep.
what these guys are doing out here with these many ships. What
Maybe
kind
there
of
was some on the
operation they were
planet.
performing.
Maybe there's some on the planet they wanted in, and on the planet didn't like them being there.
User joined your channel.
You could always check the feed from the drone you sent out.
User
know if I
left your
had,
channel.
I didn't know if I had to wait till it came back, because I know some...
Well, it's not back yet, but...
I know some stuff in 40K is super futuristic, and some stuff is...
So I'm going to assume the rest of us went down there.
Okay.
And I'm gonna check the feed then. What do I need to roll for that?
Gotta show up first.
Oh.
As far as you can tell with the two of you mulling it over, without knowing exactly what ships they are, 11 seems like kind of a weird number for an operation. You couldn't subjugate a planet with 11 ships.
Yeah, I think we were just trying to come up with like a hypothetical, like ballpark idea, what kind of mission they might have had with a fleet that size.
You think maybe it could have possibly been a scouting mission?
That would explain the system not being like charted, but there being ships here. Gallus.
Yeah, could be. Who knows? I don't know what the fuck Commander had an idea. And then to let his entire fleet just wither away at the vine and die? Something bad had to happen. We get to walk in and find out. As long as Suetonius brings enough oil. Yeah. Yeah. But this old girl we're currently sitting in right now, I'm really trying to take good care of her. Really am. Current situation isn't making it too easy for us right now. I swear to you, Suetonius, once we get to a dry dock and safety, I'll get this puppy retrofitted and looking pretty again.
Well, I might be able
Just
to.
for you.
Might be able to take if we find a similar class of ship to this one over there, parts off that to repair this one. I mean, they are Imperial Navy ships, as far as we know.
I don't know if the Tech Marine is cool with that. I honestly don't know the Adeptus all.
Suetonius, do you have any idea how long those ships have been there? Does the data like tell you anything about that? Okay. Alright, so one of the things you're going to look for, I guess, on one of those ships is some IFF data, plus mission logs, things like that.
And while you guys are brainstorming, the scout you sent out has come back.
So how do we view the information to Suetonius, or maybe have to go do their tech thing on it?
You'd have to extract the servitor from the cockpit.
Alright, let's go do that then. Whoever has the best rolls, if I seem Suetonius, wanting business.
I'll do it.
Just rips him out. So like, well, he seems broken.
Do it nicely.
No, don't have Solvay do it. Are you crazy?
Come on, Soulboy.
Take my gloves off. Do it nicely.
Oh boy.
Tears it in half. I'll laugh when it happens.
Just gonna lightly pick him up, and catch him or whatever I
Roll
need
that
to do.
100, bro. Do it.
And
Okay,
just
so
move him off the side.
you've walked over to the Lightning that they've retrofitted. It landed kind of weird, but it's okay. So you gonna open the hatch?
Yeah. Do I roll for it or I just open it? I should be able to just open it. I'm gonna.
Look at him first to make sure
Yeah,
he's not.
I'm gonna look at it. Make sure I can do
Right.
it.
As you're examining the server, you notice that it seems to be bleeding from
Nice.
like all of its pores, and
That doesn't look good.
it's a mixture of blood and oil. And while you're examining it, its head kind of rolls back and its jaw opens, and it just starts repeating this over and over and over and over again.
That doesn't mean what I think it is, does it?
So, all right.
Yeah, that's okay. I know what that is. Do I know what that is? I don't know what that is. My character doesn't know what that is.
Do we all hear this?
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna roll.
He's not actually speaking. It sounds like it's coming out of a box.
Alright, I'm gonna roll and see if I can get that out. Nope. Dead to the world.
Drockett should know what it is.
Yeah.
What he's saying. You should definitely know what he's saying.
Me
Okay.
being a former space marine, I should kind of know what that is, right?
Possibly.
Belongs to it.
I believe we should give him death then.
Down. That just belongs to a certain
Seems the adept is going to be joining us.
Yep. So while you're waiting, you guys just gonna stand there while this thing basically screams at you?
Can I examine it? Make it stop almost? Sort of?
Would it be tech use if I examined without touching?
Yes.
Oh, I was gonna do a scrutiny check. Actually, I probably wouldn't need to, because, yeah.
Fail.
My turn.
You have no idea where this sound is coming from because this server is not equipped with vocal cords.
Not gonna touch it. Just gonna examine.
Good job, Silvite.
Yeah. Yep. Got a little bit under my sleeve.
You do. You have no idea why it's bleeding, but you can definitely identify that it is not speaking because it doesn't have the capacity to speak.
Awesome.
Push buttons.
Missiles, go! Machine guns, go!
Did someone say pushing buttons?
No, not you.
Yeah, there's a big red one on the wall that says evac if you want to push it.
I'm gonna wander towards that. I'm just
No.
kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna.
Just gonna point and say keep him away from that button.
I thought he was on the bridge.
No, we all came down.
Oh.
Because Gallus Fox said we're getting ready.
About
Can we see if there's a way to make him stop the chanting?
Can I you could close the hatch. I mean, you couldn't hear him before.
Yeah, it might be a good idea. Let's close the hatch and let Suetonius deal with it.
You big burly space marine really gonna nope away from a servitor?
Not noping away from it, but if I...
Sure
Why not?
sounds like you're noping away from it. It's not very heroic.
What am I supposed to do? Just like smash it to bits and tick off Suetonius?
So,
Okay, I'm gonna try to
Itchy.
disconnect him.
what's up?
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, can I tell if there's anything psychically going on with this thing?
You and Draken could both attempt.
Well,
He's got a passive dealy.
Yeah, and I didn't detect anything.
Oh, well. Alright then. You're right, he's... You're right, that's right, he's got the passive dealie.
I love how he just told you to get off the ship.
Still gonna try to take him off.
Step out into the void and cover your ears.
Nobody else is doing
What do you mean
anything.
the void? We're on the flight deck.
Yeah, you're standing next to the giant screen that's keeping the atmosphere in the ship next to this fighter that just landed. You guys are like 30 feet away from nothing.
I'm not telling him to walk 30 feet out into nothing.
It's so much more sarcastic, though. Go stand in the void and cover your ears. And while you guys are in the middle of arguing, your tech priest has shown up. He walks over to the lightning, and one of his mechadendrites comes out and opens up the lid. Servitor's still going on and on and on. He just kind of cocks his head for a second, closes the canopy again.
Yes, but why is it malfunctioning like that? Why is it repeating Victoris aut mortis repeatedly?
Carl!
And he
Carl!
opens the canopy again and breaks out with the sacred unguents and the incense.
It's a trap!
Satanius, still being my favorite.
This unit is malfunctioning. Should be replaced. At least Suetonius can be sarcastic. There's nothing physically wrong with it. Well, did you check inside, like, any detached surfaces? Around any cables? Maybe there's something planted on it doing that. Maybe there's something inside of it doing that.
Hysterical. Oh man, that's funny.
What?
And he walks off to go grab something. And he seems to be mumbling to himself.
So, is anybody else aware that they design servitors, the Mechanicus, to just spontaneously start bleeding and pouring out oil everywhere?
Ah man, that's some shit.
Because this is apparently how it's designed to be.
We should just put a round in it and push it out the airlock.
Yeah, seems effective to me.
Is anyone having any second thoughts about going over there now?
Nah, I'm down.
Well, considering it's this or an asteroid, I'll take this. Currently. And we have our good old preacher screaming to himself right now. No, hey, that's always wonderful. I'm just gonna close that airlock. I'm gonna close that hatch. It'll sustain rest. So now since we've been waiting, got all the information right now. Who's down to go explore? Obviously, Pat, the Aquila should have spacesuits, right? Because I can't breathe that. Or do I need to go find some?
What was that?
Obviously, the ship should have some spacesuits on it. in the Aquila?
You'd have to go find some. Unless you want to step out into a vacuum without one.
Also, for the sake of posterity, give us a image of what we're going to be flying in.
Just gonna sigh a little bit and go off to where I can grab some. Hi back, guys. You have fun in here.
It's actually a terrible picture.
I like the little
Oh.
cupola on.
I have one of those. It's crashed as terrain. Yeah, I have one of those that's crashed as terrain. Came with my starter box.
I don't know if you heard me, Pat, but I'm off to go grab some suits and bring them back. So,
Okay.
let me know when I get back.
So
After gathering the equipment that you and Minox
And Ed.
and Tor and Jenkins need to actually survive, you come back about the same time as Suetonius.
All right, cool. I lay out some suits for the reinforcements, saying this is your guys, and I'm gonna hand out the suits to the people who need them on our flight.
He's come back with a different server. This one kind of has a. It's hunched over. Both of its arms have been surgically removed, and there's a hololith embedded in the middle of its back. And he walks over and does the whole spiel of talking to the machine and anointing all of the cables that he's plugging in, and yada yada yada. And about a half an hour goes by, and he walks over to this hololith and he starts it up, and it plays just like a recording if you were taped to the underside of this lightning. 1 second. Sorry about that. We finally got the dates lined up for my grandfather's honor flight.
Nice.
You can see the drone as it leaves the ship, and then there's an awful lot of nothing because you're staring at black, and Suetonius starts playing with the controls, and it seems to fast forward and jump several stages until you get to the periphery of this mystery fleet. Poor child.
Dude.
As it approaches this fleet, you can see that there seems to have been a rather prolific engagement. Everything seems to have taken a severe amount of damage. All of the ships that the drone has passed, with the exception of one, are all flying the same heraldry. It's very hard to make out due to the damage, but from looking at several images, you can get a mental picture of what it's supposed to look like. And it is a book, an open book that has fire inside it. There's one ship that is not flying this heraldry. It is the biggest in his fleet. It is flying a very familiar looking raven. And across the prow, it has this stamped in it. In huge, huge letters.
Is it damaged at all?
It's severely damaged.
Okay,
Ooh, I know what that is.
so that one.
All of the other ships that have markings that aren't completely obliterated by damage have this stamped in it. Again, in huge letters across the prow.
Hmm.
Oh, I know what those are.
Hmm.
But my character does.
He's a normal Imperial citizen. He's not going to know what that means.
I think Mink knows that and he just doesn't care. Minox could ask if he's curious.
So you guys are gonna go.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Alright, you guys are all suited up.
And Suetonius coming with us?
If you want him to.
Yes. All hands on deck for this one. Unless he has
Well,
reservations.
I don't think we're gonna be able to fit in this one, so I guess we'll have to take both landers.
Yeah, you've got an awfully big party. 2 Marines take up a lot of space.
So what, Jenkins flies one, Gallus, you can fly the other one, can't you?
Yep.
There's no bastions for you to crash into here, we're in space.
I mean, I'm just gonna crash into the wall.
There is a very large moon.
I'm just gonna crash into the wall as I try to leave. Up to you, Silva. You can ride along with me, or you can ride with the other Space Marine guys. And no, there's not.
Why not just have a Marine on each?
We're gonna be landing right next to each other.
But before we go, would having the warp whisper into your mind again interest you, Gallus? In case we need to communicate over there, and we get split up.
Boxes
Does the box...
don't work, I guess.
This is the Vox inside the ship. Or does everybody have their own
Nope,
portable
I got a
Vox?
Vox back.
Everybody
a
went
Vox
to the
back.
armory and got little Vox beads. So if you gave them the frequency that you and Solvite have been using, you could just talk that way.
Yeah, but
How about-
asking a Space Marine to do that in this game seems like a challenge.
Gallus, how about you give me the frequency you're using?
Okay.
And I'll switch to that channel.
Here you go. You untrustworthy Space Marine, you.
Untrustworthy, you say?
Untrustworthy.
I'm going to ride along in your ship.
Cool with me, man. Whatever floats your boat.
Yeah, I'm assuming we can have one channel patched into our left ear, one patched into our right ear in these Space Marine helmets.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Dual banding.
Alright, Pat, let's see. See if we can get this fucking thing started. Woo! Nope.
every time.
Oh,
What's the starter procedure again? I forget. Let's push this
Yeah.
button.
Why did I get in this?
God.
Why?
Thank you,
What was I
Jenkins.
thinking? I should have known better.
Well, you successfully managed to take off, and upon exiting the atmosphere of the ship, when you hit the thrusters to change your direction towards this fleet of contacts, you overcompensate, and instead of just aiming in that direction, you successfully managed to aim yourself in that direction, but you've lost control, and you guys are kind of just tumbling in a straight line.
I love every moment. Do I gotta roll again? Jenkins, an all-star.
Flawless.
Should have flown with Jenkins.
You should've.
Yeah.
Let me know when I gotta roll again, Pat.
Well, I'm glad I'm with Jenkins.
Sorry. Just you actually spent points because you want to be a pilot, and every time you go, let's get this started, you roll something higher than a fucking 90.
Oh yeah, I know. That's why I say it when I'm just getting started, so I can correct it. Hopefully.
Right. Well, you guys are about here, so see if you can fix your course, or at least correct the spin.
Yep, that's pass.
All right. So you guys are about right here, and we're gonna get rid of this drawing because we don't need it anymore.
Whoa.
BRB real quick.
I'm gonna go on the intercom and say, sorry about that, guys. Coming from a giant void ship to this thing. Thanks, little Justin. Thank God you had a big old space marine back there, huh? Alright, Pat, do I have to roll again, or is it Jenkins got to roll again?
Just when you guys move into dock,
Alright.
we were waiting on Draken because
I know.
he said he was AFK.
I was just curious, that's all.
I guess while we're waiting on him, you guys are flying through this, what to all of you appears to be a graveyard of starships. It's hard to imagine the amount of firepower that must have been flickering through the void to cause this level of destruction. There's all of them are very slowly tumbling in their orbit, and there's halos of debris and gases that haven't quite managed to escape their gravitational pull.
Well, damn. A lot of things. Hey, Pat, did we just assume we took the other guys that I kitted out?
I'm back.
Because we're taking two?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Please don't ask me to give them names.
Yeah, don't worry about it. We need
We're
one.
gonna call them goons.
Goons, well, yeah, I like that. Goon 1, Goon 2, Goon 3, Goon 4. All the way up to Goon 5, and then Clemens.
Draken, I was just explaining to the rest of them the state of the ships that you're passing. It's hard to imagine the amount of fire that must have been flickering back and forth through the void to cause this much destruction. All of these ships are rent and gouged and broken, and they're very slowly tumbling in their orbit, and they're all framed by halos of debris. So what do you want to do?
We're still flying on the way there.
You're in the middle of this fleet.
Aren't we landing at the Raven ship?
I don't know. I'm asking you guys. Mink wants to go there desperately, apparently.
Yeah, sure. We'll go to the damn Raven ship then.
Yeah, let's go to it.
Well, we'll have some fun with Space Marines.
As you crest the curvature of the moon, it frames what's left of this Raven Guard ship against the sun. So it for an instant seems to be wreathed in fire. And then that illusion is broken as you continue on your journey.
Whoa! Doesn't seem like, the best impression flying into this, but whatever is good luck anymore these days. I guess we're going in for landing now, Pat. After Silverlight's done tapping. Hey man, just because some people want to fly a diagonal. Gotta judge. Do-do-do. Do-do-do.
Tom, you can make your roll to dock. Don't roll 100.
500, here we go. Oh man.
Like a glove?
Like a glove. Jenkins always gotta be like, "What's up, bro? Don't mind me, sir." I just want to screech along the.
As you guys touch down, there is a immense wave of dust that's kicked up off the floor. That's now billowing out into the non-atmosphere.
All right. Pat, is there a passage to get back to the cargo bay? From the cockpit or no?
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna go back to the cargo bay after shutting off.
I was trying to understand what you were asking me there for a second.
No problem. Alright, shut down the ship and everything. Everybody check their gear, I check mine, blah 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 blah. Ask if everybody's ready to go. Everybody ready to go? Think. Ready? Alright, let's push this ramp button and watch it explode. Push the ramp button. And as the ramp lowers, I suppose, we appear in this room. Let the artistry commence.
Draw, can you take a citizen's test for me, please?
That's a pass. Really, Steam?
Don't tell me it's making you go offline.
I think everyone went offline.
I'm online.
I'm online. I'm in the middle of mind fucking you. It can't go offline.
It says everybody's offline to me.
Did you get the last two things I sent you?
No, hold on, I have to restart Steam.
Cry.
Well, that's great. 1 second.
Valve, why you do this?
I'm back.
Okay, send me the last thing you got and I'll just copy and paste it again.
Oh, there was something else I got too.
It sent you half of that sentence when you were in the middle of DCing when I sent that, apparently. The flight deck that you guys are in, now that you've left, is filled with the remains of aircraft, of some marks that you've never seen before, but the absence of gravity and anyone to take care of them, they've been tumbling around in here and bouncing off the walls and the ceiling and the floor and each other. They're in a pretty sad state.
Nice. Festive. Alright, so Switanius. You know the way. Oh well, never mind, hang on a second. I don't know if turning the power on be such a good thing right now. I don't know how stable this entire ship is. Soul explosion.
While you're standing there gawking, Tom, you feel someone bump into you from behind.
I guess I'll turn around to look.
No, it's actually not a person, it's a body. Seems to have been killed by explosive decompression.
Is he?
He's wearing the uniform of a chapter serf.
Oh, even the peasants didn't have a good time either. It seems. Well, all right. I'm gonna look over to Mink then, as he's just sighing and sighing and sighing. So, what did you want to come here for again? Then I'm going to look at this chapter surf again and see if there's anything interesting on him. Time to roll. Nothing.
GG.
Oh my god.
There is nothing interesting on that surf in the least.
There are some fantastic ice crystals that have formed on his face when his blood flash boiled.
Wow, that's interesting.
Be glad that's on that roll. Nothing important.
Oh yeah, come on, man.
Well,
I'm just gonna, I guess, push him away. Because obviously I don't care. I'm gonna push him away.
He goes floating across the flight deck into the gloom that's not being illuminated by all the lamps that are on your suits. And he disappears into the shadows.
I'm going to roll for perception. I don't see anything.
You're in a very large, very dark room. And there's no gravity.
Alright, I guess I'll roll for perception too. Fuck this up. Also, nope, don't see anything.
You are all in a very large, very dark room with no gravity.
Let's give it a shot.
Wait,
Do
wait,
it,
wait, 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 wait. Solvite just...
Oh, I got a 52. Yeah, I don't think you passed.
He gets a plus.
Oh, alright.
Did you pass?
Actually, he did.
You did. Alright, what does Solvite see then? This is thermal night vision, blah 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 blah. blah. Oh man.
Farther into the gloom, there are shapes that are bigger than what you would expect from a normal human.
Oh man. Oh, I guess then I'll follow the big hulking space marines and look around. I'll shine the flashlights around and see if there's any. Do they have signs saying, like labels saying where you're at? No. I don't know how this
They normally would, but
so long.
all of this stuff bouncing around in this room has kind of obliterated most of its...
Alright, well I'm gonna look then for a door to get out of this room.
most of its interior walls.
So perception again, right?
Hold on.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
it'd be safe to assume that Mink's been on a ship like this, possibly?
Yes.
Okay. So, can I do a roll checking my Adeptus Astartes skill to see if I can remember the layout after all this time of a ship like this?
Yes.
Yay!
Hooray. I don't get to do random mindfuckery anymore.
That's 2 degrees of success, so I remember, I guess, the majority, but there's a few things I don't remember, I suppose. Because it's been a while.
You're in one of the lower decks on the port side of a battle barge.
Would you know the layout inside, Pat, or no?
Yes, he would.
Okay.
Your guide here does.
My guide?
Your guide.
Guide. Guide. Guide. Well, good. Glad I have a guide. I hope you learn your way around a spaceship. You only walked around one for about 2 days. Well, try to give you the benefit of a doubt for that, bud. Novite sees all the things. Oh god.
You could inspect what you assume to be a raven. However, it's wearing the wrong color armor to be Raven Guard. Instead of the black and white heraldry that you would expect, it's more of a flat gunmetal, sort of off gray. And there's, in the parts of its armor that aren't severely damaged from impacting other objects, there are runes that hurt your eyes to look at. As for the equipment that he was carrying, he has a very old-looking bolter in his right hand, but it looks to have taken a direct impact from a bolt round in its bagwell. Seems to be the reason this particular Marine died. Tom, you managed to find the door. However, it's sustained an impact from the jumbling piles of crap that are floating around in this bay, and it has been severely dented inwards. So you're not going to be able to just slide the door open.
Oh, I know. So, Mink is coming and Solvite, so I'll just let them tear it open.
Can we both do it together?
Yeah, if you guys each grabbed one section of this door and tried to pull it apart, I'm sure you could bend it out of shape.
Alright. Who... Oh, well, he just passed.
Strength test.
Yeah, I was wondering if it was going to be one test and whichever one of us had the highest one would just get a bonus, or are we both rolling?
No, you're both rolling. This is for each door. Because if you're looking at it, you have the outline of the door frame, and then the doors come in from this direction, and they meet in the middle.
Oh, okay, because I had a vision of a huge garage door type of thing, just goes down vertically.
A garage, huh?
I thought we were lifting it open, not okay.
You're trying to. If it wasn't damaged, you'd be pushing it back into its alcove. Where it sits when the door is open. It has sustained an impact that's going towards your monitor. So it's actually bowed out into the hallway behind it. You guys are basically forcing the hole wider so that people can climb through it.
Alright. And, I'm guessing we passed? Or were there, negative modifiers?
No, you guys are fine.
On our way through into a hallway, I assume?
Yep, you're in a very long, very dark corridor that splits at a T at the end of the hallway. And there's more of the crew are sort of floating.
Alright. I'm gonna inspect another one. Nope. Love them ice crystals, man.
This one didn't die from decompression. He had a very unfortunate encounter with a chain blade.
Ow. Sucks.
I'm gonna see if I see any, dead Marines, or like the one we saw before floating around in all the mess of bodies. Because I'm guessing
It's not really a mess, there's only a couple.
Only a couple? Okay. Just surfs?
Yep.
Alright, as we walk along towards the bridge of whatever turn we're making, ask Mink, what's that way, the opposite way?
You mean the stern of the ship?
Well, you know how they have the engineering, blah, the
Yeah.
cab levels. And that's the engineering, I guess, that way. I've never been on a space. No idea how it works. Waka waka. Waka walk.
Well, in the stern area, yeah, there's an engineerium, there's also a teleportarium, and there's sleepers storage. That's
What's
where that's where any dreadnoughts were being stored would be kept.
Man, you know, we're really sweet. Right now on our side. You think Satanius can do that?
If you're asking if he could wake one up, maybe.
Well, isn't it like half?
If you're asking if he could wake one up and then have it not immediately try to kill you,
That's more what I'm asking. I didn't know because it's like half computer, half person, like a brain, right?
I could try to assist Suetonius.
Is it just a brain pad or no?
no, it's when a Marine is too physically damaged to continue service, he is physically implanted in a sarcophagus. They basically remove his arms and legs surgically and about half of his torso and wire him into the sarcophagus, and then the sarcophagus plugs into the dreadnought.
Oh, so he's still a Marine.
Yeah, you know,
Okay.
it's almost the same concept as taking a Space Marine and putting it inside of a Space Marine, but not nearly as stupid.
Yeah. As he passed by another surf show me potato salad. Yes. I finally pass one.
Although waking up a dreadnought from that long ago, that could be
Oh,
Did I find anything shiny on another surf we pass?
His rank insignia.
I'm gonna push him away. Was he a high ranking? Low ranking?
No. He's mortal crew.
Alright.
They don't really trust them to do anything.
Are we going up to the bridge then? Or are we gonna go into the next room, or? I know so.
You guys are making your way along the bridge, and the story is basically the same. You come across the after effects of weapons fire. There's impacts on the walls and the floor, and you come across members of the crew in various stages of bits.
I'm gonna roll perception real quick. Because we're still walking, might as well. Finally, game. Thank you. In the last, 10 minutes of my time being able to play. Thank you for allowing me to success. Anything cool in the perception path that I see?
So, hold on. Gallus has very good spatial awareness when he doesn't have to take into account a giant vehicle he's driving. I noticed.
Pretty much.
Yes, he does.
I have a better
When he's actually, not worrying about killing people by screwing up, he is Mr. On the spot.
Okay.
And the worst thing about it is my void ship is a 50. That's the sad part.
Wait, your void ship's a 50?
Yeah, man. I've been trying to keep this thing up. But
Man, I could get it higher than that.
hey, man, I'm a human.
That's true.
Drunk.
For a human, that's pretty high, actually.
This particular one seems to have been an actual officer member of the crew. He has a very ornate looking handgun in a holster on his right hip.
Totally grabbing that.
Does he have a nice hat?
I was just gonna
No,
say that.
there's no nice hat.
Damn.
Totally grabbing that. Do I recognize what it is or no? Or is it just a fancy revolver?
I'll send it to you in a second.
Thank you.
You can tell by looking at it right now that it is not going to be functional without some serious work.
That's fine.
Be a nice souvenir, I suppose.
Yeah, might as well.
How often do you have a memento from a time when you were standing on a battle barge from the time of the Horus Heresy? Not
Sure.
every day.
This is from the Horus Heresy?
This ship?
The
That
ship?
Where
Are you kidding me? Really?
it predates the Horus Heresy.
Wow.
This ship was in the Raven Guard before there was a Raven Guard. I'll put it to you that way. Back when it was just a legion.
How about that? That's insane.
This is before the second founding chapters.
Ah, when they all became pussies.
Yeah, when they all were split up into 1,000 cap.
When they all became pussies. Deadly Outlaw 2015.
Quote.
Have to have a shirt made for that.
Right. Right, when you guys, right? You guys were like, oh no, the Emperor's evil.
So, don't want to rush anything, but I probably want to start getting ready for bed about 1:30ish. Because I do gotta work and stuff tomorrow.
That's fine. I fully intended that you guys were not gonna get through this entire thing in one sitting.
Alright, Pat, let's, unless you have something popping up, let's get to the bridge and do what you need to do on the bridge, and then we'll call it right there. Yeah. Poor old corpse up there. Just propped up. Good guy, though. Great stories. Great, fantastical stories.
Not sure I would call the greatest tyrant the galaxy's ever seen a great guy.
Great guy.
Because if you believe the legend, he's been manipulating humanity since recorded history began. And he's been the cause behind every major conflict in human history.
All a matter
That's why I
of
said
perspective.
fantastical stories. Hey, Hitler was just...
Minox, if you believe the legends, he actually was Hitler.
Yeah, pretty much. He was every great figure.
He was every major figure in human history that caused a change in human civilization.
So. Alright, Pat, we're at the bridge, I assume.
Here's where the
Yes, sir.
level of damage from combat has increased exponentially. There was a very severe firefight.
Bridge.
Yeah.
Alright, I guess I'll roll perception.
Oh, roll as well.
Nope. Still too dark for me. Minox, you should see that, right? You have pretty good perception. Right?
No, I
No.
failed that.
No.
By 1.
Novite, MVP this round. MV.
You guys are walking and Solvite kicks something with his boot in the... that's in the dust. He's up towards the head of the party. That's because he's being antisocial.
That is probably playing League right
No.
No, he's just being antisocial.
I was chilling on lying around. Perfect side game for a game.
When you look down, Zypher, you've basically kicked somebody's gauntlet and disturbed a great cloud of dust.
True enough, sir.
Guess I'm gonna look at the gauntlet and see what it could have been.
It's still attached to whoever it belonged to, but it's in the same off gray and has the same kind of runes carved into it. They hurt your eyes when you look at them.
Okay, I'm gonna
They seem to keep changing shape the more you try and focus on them.
turn away from it then, and I'm going to ask Mink and Suetonius if they know what these gray marines are with the runes on them.
I failed by 1 point.
Baby. Nope.
Guess I need to
Curious.
roll a logic. Come on, Mr. Tech Priest. Ooh, that's really close. Well, I passed by 1 point.
Thank you. You took my point and used it, apparently. I'm gonna use scrutiny, look around the bridge some more.
Okay. There is a figure seated in the command throne in an incredibly baroque suit of Mark IV plate. The very elaborately filigreed bolter in his right hand. If you're picturing him sitting in the chair, he's slumped back, his head's back, and both of his arms are out at his side. There's very large chunks taken out of his breastplate. It's sustained several bolter impacts.
Anyone else doing anything?
Hey man, I ain't touching shit. Don't worry about it.
I can try pressing
So I'm
some
gonna.
things.
Alright, so I'm gonna examine him from a few feet away now, like standing in front of him, I guess.
Okay.
Did I pass? Well,
I'll
I
give
did
you a
get,
plus 10.
Well, I do get that from heightened senses, so yeah, I did pass. Which is sad because I wouldn't have passed otherwise.
The livery on his armor is familiar. He's obviously wearing the same chapter colors. You can't really quite grasp what rank he was supposed to be, but you can guess that it was an officer of some kind, just because he has detailing on his weapon and his armor that would normally be lacking.
I want to make a look to see if there's any type of weaponry, armor, computer stuff, anything that's like looks like in working condition right now. Do I roll, or is there a yes or a no?
Roll.
I don't know, crap. Don't see anything.
As far as you can tell, the only thing in this room that looks like you could rack around into it and use it immediately is the bolter that this guy has in his right hand. Minox comes to the same conclusion.
Okay. I'm gonna ask Suetonius to look around and see if he can find any terminals in here that he thinks he could possibly restore power to, or any that would look like they would be able to, like, something that they would store the ship's like details about what happened here, what their mission was, where they came from, all that stuff. Like the full history of the ship, basically.
He does a quick circuit of the bridge and tells you that none of the machine spirits are awake. They've been deprived of power for a very long time. Even the backups are dead.
So, Tonius, do you think we could restore power if we went down to where the power generators are, or could we bring like a remote power source, just one of the terminals?
He believes that he could rig a power source that could possibly start one of these machines, but if the engines are indeed cold, like he is assuming they are, it will take a great deal of time to actually rekindle that reaction.
Okay, so it'd be
And that's
better,
assuming that they're in one piece.
so it'd be better to have him assemble something here then that would power it.
I mean, you guys would have to go back. There's nothing he could hear that he could use for that.
You couldn't use like battery power just to power up a console?
He doesn't have any equipment to do that with.
Oh, okay. Can I do a senescence test to see if this was the place that I was detecting before, if this is the source of it? And if so, if there's like a
Yes.
specific spot here on the ship that I should go to?
Yes. You can't tell exactly where this feeling that you're getting is coming from, but it's stronger here than it has been anywhere else. You guys and your fucking shinies.
I like Chinese. I will join you sometime.
Have fun finding your way.
In the dark,
Which is why
on
I
a
said
ship with no power.
which is why I said I want to.
Do you have anything like a light source attached to your suit?
You all
I'm-
do.
Yeah,
But
I'm gonna follow Mink.
Oh
but-
yeah, Solvite, and I wanted you on the other ship to go to the armory and get me, like, an extra magazine, but, you know, stars forbid that should happen.
Hey, I thought I was getting that stuff, but apparently I wasn't.
there's an extra magazine in the bolter right in front of you.
Yeah, I figure we're on a space marine thing now.
You fucking
No.
lampshaded. No. No,
No,
you
Art.
lampshaded that magazine.
Are you gonna
I am using scrutiny.
try this again, Mike? Or
God damn it.
well, I mean, if,
Ordinary magazine.
It's a magazine in a elegantly filigreed bolter.
I'll take it.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you so much.
You wanted me.
I did.
I fucking knew you did. That's why I rolled for scrutiny first and failed. I don't get the magazine, do I?
Oh, you get the magazine, but you get the bolter too.
I get the magazine. What do you mean?
Give me a second.
You get the bolter. It's a fancy bolter. Why wouldn't you take it?
Bolter wants you. Wants all of you.
You. Please don't be doing what I think you're doing.
He just wants to give you a gift, Mike.
It is a gift. One that you're never going to be able to get rid of.
Just wants to give you a gift.
Oh, is it the double-sided sword? Or
No, I think
double-edged
it's
sword?
something a lot worse than that.
If this weapon ever goes away, you're gonna lose life force.
Should have made one of the red shirts touch it first. Because you got like 4 of them with us.
Nah, man. You crazy? I've seen what touching random shit does.
I have too, that's a sad thing. It explodes and covers you in gore.
Yup.
Alright, Aegis, but what's the catch?
He's probably in messing with your gear and stuff right now. Just laughing away.
I'm so happy right now.
That could have been worse.
It could have. You should be thanking me.
You know what? Thank you. I get a unique bolter that likes to kill things. So that's whenever I kill something?
Yup.
Oh boy. And that isn't me, that's literally just the gun itself.
That's the bolter itself.
That's
I'm guessing he got something really sweet.
Yeah.
I've got a bloodthirsty bolter.
Yeah.
So happy right now.
Like the gun itself wants it has an unsatiable desire to kill things. So anytime I kill something now, I have to pass a willpower test, or otherwise I put another round into the corpse. And it isn't like I'm pulling the trigger doing it, it's like the gun just fucking wants to shoot the corpse.
That's awesome.
That
Does
does
it speak
sound
to you?
awesome.
Does it whisper things into your ear?
I don't know.
No, it just yells out, reloading!
It.
Borderlands.
As I was thinking.
No. It's been the source of the taste that Draken hasn't been able to get out of his mouth for the last couple sessions.
Yes, Mink has had the taste of dust in his mouth for a while, and he can't get rid of it.
That's gone now, by the way.
Yeah, I figured.
Alright, so I'm probably gonna stop here, guys. So.
That's fine, Tom.
Yeah,
So,
probably
at least we
be a
made it
good
to-
idea.
At least we made it to the bridge.
Oh, you already changed the stat.
They're probably better.
They're actually the exact same.
Oh.
It just gains a quality, and I gave him a quality bump.
Alright, Pat,
So I do get the magazine. Yeah.
what's the points we got now?
150.
Yeah, I figured it was gonna be small.
So we all get 150.
We're kind of just standing there with our dicks in our hands the most of the match. So. Alright. Awesome.
Yeah.
Go.
User disconnected from your channel.
Oh, why would you be sad of having a bloodthirsty gun? I mean, seriously.
Because it's like it's my sidekick forever
User
now.
disconnected from your channel.
There's nothing wrong with that. Oh, but I'm gonna start getting ready for bed, so good night.